Okay, so we had already seen that given a linear system, how can we comment on the stability of the system? So suppose you have x dot equal to ax. If you want to know whether a system is stable or not, you just look into the eigenvalues of it. So we have this knowledge that if the eigenvalues of a, all of them are like the real part, then a is actually stable. Okay, so we have this knowledge. Now we are going venturing into the knowledge systems. The point is, can we use this idea of linear systems to establish stability of equilibrium points that we have seen for nonlinear systems? Okay, so here we'll work under the assumption that the nonlinear system that we have in hand can be represented by a linear model or its perturbation model. I mean, the perturbed model that we come up with will be actually a linear model around the interested equilibrium point. Okay, so consider the autonomous system x dot equal to f of x, and let's say that x star is the equilibrium point for this particular autonomous system. So at x equal to x star, f of x when evaluated at x star is actually 0. Okay, now consider a small neighborhood around this particular equilibrium point x star. Okay, so epsilon here denotes the radius and x star is the center. So let's say the state x belongs to this particular neighborhood. Then it means I can express x as a variation in x star. Okay, so x is x star plus some uh, offset delta x. Okay, or yeah, delta x. Now, what if I do x dot? What I know is x dot is nothing but f of x. So from the expression of x in terms of x star and the perturbation delta x, I can have x dot to be equal to x star dot plus delta x dot on the left hand side, and on the right hand side f of x is nothing but f of x star plus delta x. Now x dot at x equal to x star is 0. So what we have is delta x dot to be equal to f of x star plus x dot plus delta x. Okay. Now delta x here, this perturbation is considered to be a small perturbation. And because this perturbation is small in magnitude, I can use Taylor series expansion to approximate f of x star plus delta x as this. So delta x dot is nothing but f of x star plus uh, partial of f with respect to x evaluated at x star multiplied by delta x plus the Harada terms. You have double partial of f with respect to x and combined with delta x of second order, then you have third order terms, fourth order terms, and so on. So we call them the higher order terms. Okay, now since we are trying to find a linear model, we'll only stick to the first order term here. Okay, also note that f of x star, as suggested before, is 0 because it is being evaluated at the equilibrium point itself. So what we have is an approximate model for the nonlinear system around the equilibrium point x star, which is delta x dot is approximately equal to del of f with respect to x evaluated at x star multiplied by delta x. Okay, this is neglecting the higher order terms because delta x is small, the higher order terms can very well be neglected. So this is essentially a linear model, and what is this model trying to tell is the following. Suppose your system was already at the equilibrium point x star, and suppose the system suppose the system was at the equilibrium point x star and it was perturbed and moved to a certain position, let's say delta x 0. Now will these perturbations die out on their own, or will they expand and move away from the equilibrium point? Or you can put it in this way, that suppose the equilibrium point is x star and the system is at a distance of delta x 0 from this x star, where delta x 0 is a very small value. Now you want to see whether this distance has a tendency of going towards 0, or the distance has a tendency of going towards infinity. Okay, so this is what is being uh, examined from this particular expression. Okay, now here this delta f delta f with delta x evaluated at x equal to x star is also known as the Jacobian of the system evaluated at the equilibrium point x star. Okay, so if I represent delta x dot in terms of the linear expression which is A delta x, then this Jacobian is nothing but the A matrix in hand. Okay. Now I want my delta x to go to zeros, because if delta x goes to zero, then x will go to x will tend towards x star. Okay. Now from so as I said, from this linear model, I'm interested in seeing whether these perturbations are going to die out or not. If the perturbations have to die out, then the eigenvalues of A should have negative real part. If the eigenvalues of A do not have negative real part, then the perturbations will not possibly die out. Okay. Now, depending on the eigenvalues, also depending on the eigenvalues of A, we can also comment that whether the equilibrium point of the nonlinear system, that is x star, about which the system has been linearized, whether it is going to be node or a focus or a saddle point. Okay, so here I have tabulated as to, depending on the eigenvalue of the Jacobian, what do you conclude about the linearized model, and hence about the corresponding equilibrium point of the nonlinear system. Okay, so when all the eigenvalues are real, when for in the given the Jacobian, if all the eigenvalues of the Jacobian are real and they are all negative, okay, then the linearized model is the origin of the linearized model, or the zero of the linearized model, is considered to be uh, a stable node, and this deduction also holds for the equilibrium point x star about which the system had been linearized. Okay, so for the nonlinear system, the equilibrium point x star can also be classified as a stable node. Similarly, if all eigenvalues are real and are positive, then the origin of the linearized model is unstable node, and hence the equilibrium point x star under consideration for the nonlinear system is also classified as an unstable node. Okay, so equilibrium point being a node is always associated with the eigenvalues being real, all the eigenvalues being real and having the same sign. Okay, they should have the same sign, all of them. Now they are either positive or either negative. Okay, now when all eigenvalues are real and some of them are positive while the remaining are negative, then in such case, the origin of the linearized model is said to be a saddle point, and hence the equilibrium point x star for the nonlinear system under consideration is also a saddle point. Now, this Jacobian can have complex eigenvalues as well. So, let's say that the Jacobian under consideration has complex eigenvalues associated with it. So if the eigenvalues are complex and all the eigenvalues have negative real part, the set of eigenvalues can also have real numbers. So whatever eigenvalues you have, their real part is negative. Okay, whether they are complex or not. mm, real part is negative, then it is said to be the origin of the linear model is said to be stable. But if you want the origin to be a focus, then there should be at least some eigenvalues which are complex. Okay, so if there are some eigenvalues which are complex and their real part is negative along with other eigenvalues having negative real part as well, then the origin of the linearized model is said to be stable focus, and hence the corresponding equilibrium point x star of the nonlinear system is also a stable focus. Similarly, if you have complex and real eigenvalues, or all eigenvalues are complex but the real parts are all positive, then you have a unstable focus for the origin. I mean, the origin of the linearized model can be classified as an unstable focus, and then the corresponding equilibrium point x star for the nonlinear system is also a unstable focus. Okay, but there's an interesting thing that happens if the Jacobian is such that some eigenvalues there have a real part which is 0, then we cannot conclude from this linearization about the stability of the equilibrium point x star of the nonlinear system. The whole point of identifying this Jacobian was to analyze whether the original equilibrium point, if we start around a small neighborhood, will exhibit stability or not. Okay. Now, this was with respect to node and focus, but there can be cases where you have a mix. Okay, so for example, in saddle point, you have a mix of values where you have negative eigenvalues and positive eigenvalues. So saddle point is an example which is basically an unstable equilibrium point. It's just that the mix is there, so you have a unstable. You have the specific property of saddle point. Okay, so remember that if the origin of the linearized model is stable, then the corresponding equilibrium point x star of the nonlinear system is also stable. If the origin of the nonlinear system is unstable, then the corresponding equilibrium point x star of the nonlinear system is as well unstable. We'll basically stop here. Thank you.